Good evening, van hackers and van converters. Hope you are all well. So very briefly, if you've arrived at this video through some random link as opposed to coming through on my channel, basically what we're going to be doing is converting another panel van into a camper van, and there's a playlist on the YouTube channel called the 2+10 van conversion playlist, and this is one of the +10 videos. Very briefly, there'll be a regular 2-minute video, no more than 2 minutes, detailing my progress. But if you're interested, there'll be the option to click through onto a longer video, around about 10 minutes. That's the +10 video, where you'll be seeing details of my design, the concept, looking at materials, looking at kit, reviewing kit, testing kit. But for whatever reason you're here, really hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe, please hit the notification button. But with no further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay, I've pressed the go button. Boom! I'm in the workshop and about to start building out the kitchen unit for the new project, the new van. By the way, if you come here through some random link and you haven't seen the launch video here and you're wondering why the hell are you building this stuff out in a workshop, not straight in your van like everyone else and like I did on my existing van, well, there's a good reason for that. I don't want to bore people who've seen that video, but if you want to click up there you can find out why. There's a very good reason I'm doing it that way. Okay, so when I'm talking about the kitchen unit, just look at my existing van in a minute, because as I said previously, it's going to be the same layout, going from left to right: the sink, the hob, then a bit of work surface, then the fridge unit, and of course underneath that you've got cupboards and the oven orifice as well. Okay, so the layout's the same, but the internals and some of the detail, because it's a no gas solution, this project, is going to be quite different. And because I'm doing it offline, what I want to do, just as a bit of a precaution, I want to do a bit of prototyping, a bit of mock-up to just to make sure I'm confident that I can do it that way. Now, you know, you can just steam ahead, but I think it's the engineer in me. I do remember when I was a young engineer, fresh graduated, I was working in the wind industry, and there was a guy there called Peter, and he designed an amazingly brilliant design pitching mechanism for the blades with a failsafe in there, and he'd done that by mocking up and prototyping using Meccano, and that kind of stuck in my mind. So just as an insurance policy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mock-up here before I go for real, and so there's less chance of things going wrong when I put it in the van. I've done this before with a boat, and you never get it perfectly right, but you're aware of where the limitations might be. So that's why I want to do a bit of mock-up first for the electrical and water systems that have got to go inside this kitchen unit. Okay, so what I've got here is a skeleton mock-up of the kitchen sink and hob unit. So sink will go there, hob will go hit there, and inside this space here I need to get all my water system and my electrical system, the AC system, all in here. Okay, so this is my Meccano set. It's not quite Peter's Meccano set that he's done that amazing pitch mechanism with, but basically it's a system shelf, so you can very easily move the shelves around in the frame, and the width is just a little bit less than the space I've got in that skeleton, and the depth is about 400, which is about 100 mil less than I've got in that space. So if I can get everything in here, it means I've got a bit of storage in front of it. And I'll be messing around with this, I would say, by moving these shelves up and down and using foam models. So this, for example, is a lithium battery 400. This is a inverter. This is a water pump, etc., etc. I've got isolators, I've got the water heater, I've got solar controllers, and got it all in. So let's have another go just to make absolutely sure. Okay, job's good. Now these foam models are made out of 5mm sheet. There's a little bit of flex in there in terms of the sizes, so if they fit in here, the real thing should fit no problem. The concern I've got is I've got to wire things up. Now, of course, the Fogstar drift to the inverter, which I've got in the back, is a big bad boy cable, so I'm going to have to make sure I can get those. You can't have sort of really tight kinks in that sort of thing. So with that, I think what we need to do now is to maybe drop this in the skeleton. Okay, so yeah, fits in, so I need to now just measure off the positions of the shelves on that frame, so when I come to build the actual units for real, I can get the shelves at the right height and the right positions. Okay, so the frame fits in there, no worries at all. So spatially I'm looking good in 3 dimensions, But this is why I like prototyping, because there is a possible issue here that I wouldn't have worked out if I just had a flat bit of paper and started drawing it out on graph paper. And that is, okay, so here the induction hob will sit, no problem about there for space. Here the sink's going to sit, and there might be a problem because not only has it got to have room for the bowl, I want to put a water bait catch in there just in case the sink was to leak in any way, because I don't want to patronise you by saying water and electricity don't mix, but water and electricity don't mix. So I was so concerned, actually I went out and got the sinks, the real sinks, so I can have a go. And when I sit it in there like this, it's going to go about that sort of level because it'll be just below the surface of the work surface. It's a little bit tight on the battery. I might have to do is to rotate the sink to put it in that way. It might be one of the compromises I have to make, but yeah, so if the sink goes that way, no problem at all. This is why I like prototyping. Right, so mock-up is complete. Let's have a look. Right then, so let's whiz through this very quickly. This was amazingly useful exercise for me, bearing in mind I can't build the furniture inside the van itself. I've got to do it offline and move it in. Doing the mock-ups enabled me to look at some different ideas as well and revealed a couple of problems. So, in summary, we had this temporary frame which I had all the water and electrical kit on, made of foam. It worked fine. I got the positions to the shelves recorded off, so when I build the furniture for real, I just drop those shelves in that position. The sink, we said we'd have to orientate as portrait instead of landscape so it doesn't clash with other stuff that's under there. That's fine. There's going to be another lift up lid where underneath there'll be the single induction hob. So loads of work surface, but underneath I can sort of lift up and get to stuff as well. So hopefully I have sort of good flexibility there. On this one here, this mock-up is where the microwave is going to be, and there was some space left over. I was going to have a little sort of a door, cupboard door there, but actually what I'm going to do is exactly the same as on here. I'm going to have a lift-up flap there. Shelving onto there, but I can't, when I build the stuff for real, I won't be able to do that shelving because there's a wheel arch going in there, and that will have to be done in the van when I get it. Similarly, at the moment, this mock-up is just on 4 legs, but when I build the furniture for real, I'm going to have to just have a temporary back leg because they'll have to come off. So, because of the wheel arch, the unit will be fixed on the ribs of the van itself. So all good there. Now, of course, I've got the third unit here, which holds the fridge. I haven't done a mock-up for that because there's no issues around it. It's simply going to be a copy-paste. So that's all good. I do have one possible issue though, and that is the wheel arch. Mock-up has obviously revealed it. I won't know exactly where the wheel arch was going to end and finish until I get the van, because it may not be the same as on my existing van. So this unit here, that may not be able to have a leg going down that I've got on the mock-up. In the same way as that one there will not be able to have a leg going down. So again, I may need to, I don't know what to do about that yet, but I have to be aware that if I do build it with a supporting leg there, it may have to come off, but it will be fixed to the van, supported on the van in any case, so it won't be a real issue. So there's a solution there, and I'm aware of the possible problem, which of course I wouldn't have done if it hadn't been for doing the mock-up. So good exercise for me. I think now I'll just say cheerio after all this waffling, and I will see when I've finished building the real furniture, which will probably be about 2 or 3 weeks.